Hello and welcome again. I'm Jane Rongren, the Community Relations Director of the Lakeshore. Before we start today's presentation, I would like to share a little bit with you about our beautiful community here at the Lakeshore. Many of you have perhaps visited the Lakeshore previously. For those of you who are less familiar, I would love to share with you that we are a premier retirement community that sits on the beautiful South Shore of Lake Washington. We have 156 apartment homes here at the Lakeshore, offering a variety of studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom floor plans. We have been moving new residents in the last several months after a tough year dealing with COVID restrictions, but we are all at it again. We're able to do full community tours in person or via FaceTime, Zoom, or other virtual options as well. If you are interested in learning more about the Lakeshore, if you're interested in a tour or perhaps making a reservation, please feel free to call us here at the Lakeshore and reach out to the community relations team, Lisa, Alicia, myself. We would be more than delighted to show you the community and tell you more about the Lakeshore. Now, before we do a formal introduction of Beth, you will see that we have one of our participants, Jesslyn Howgate, is on the Zoom today. And Jesslyn is a resident here at the Lakeshore, and she was gracious enough to join us this morning to give you a little testimonial, as she has used HB management twice. So I will turn it over to Jesslyn and let you share your story. Jesslyn, thanks again for being here.
You're welcome. So my husband and I, almost 3 years ago, moved to the Lakeshore, and we came from a very large 2-story, 4-bedroom house, which of course we had to downsize. We couldn't bring all that with us, but what's outstanding is that we did bring all of the artwork. So I have 25 pieces of artwork hanging in my 2-bedroom apartment, and there are 22 family photos. And all of that arrived without a single problem, not a chip in a frame, nor broken glass. We were very pleased. One of the paintings is 5.5 feet wide. It came from Taiwan, where I lived at one time, and another piece from Taiwan that's a 5-foot wooden carving. So we were very pleased that there was absolutely no damage, no sign that they'd even been moved. My husband, John, at 83 years old, was pretty particular when we moved here. And he was very, liked everything to be very clean. And that certainly was true for the apartments that we moved into. And the people who moved us in didn't make any mess whatsoever. The clothing was, his things were all where they were supposed to be. Mine were where they were supposed to be. The computer hookup, there were all labels as to which cord went into which spot. So after John passed and I moved from the first floor up to the second floor, those labels are still there, and they just moved us again from downstairs to upstairs so successfully. And the other day I was trying to do some changes, and I was looking at the back of the computer for stuff, and here are the labels already just staying right there with me. And then an outstanding thing as far as the Lakeshore goes is my bicycle rack. I came with a bike and had no place to put it. We don't have garages. And the Lakeshore bought me a bike rack and put it in the basement below my apartment so I could come and go with my bike whenever I chose. And then the family photos, as I mentioned, there were 22 of them. And so we were able to successfully hang those. So it's been a very, very happy move for both of us. And John passed away almost 2 years ago, but I have comfort here, good friends, and that really helped me get through that aspect of our life. Thank you for listening.
Oh, Jesslyn, that was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing those details. More than I could have anticipated. That's great. And I really appreciate you being willing to share your time with us. So thank you so much for that.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, Jesslyn. You have a good day. Jesslyn's got to get out there and go for a bike ride or something crazy like that. She's a busy lady. All right. So on to the big show with Beth Schmidt. Beth, who has joined us today to present on a topic you definitely want to learn more about to help in your transition, Downsizing 101. Beth is a move manager and downsizing specialist at HB Move Management. She has assisted hundreds of clients with their moves. Her expertise includes pre-move planning, downsizing, organizing, fragile packing, as Jesslyn attested to, service coordination, unpacking, and resettling into your new living space. So whether you're moving into a new home or a retirement community, such as the Lakeshore, hint, hint, Beth can provide the approach and solutions necessary to ensure a very successful transition. So welcome, Beth. I will turn things over to you and see you all on the other side. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been about 16 years working with our company, HB Move Management. And Hanson Brothers Moving and Storage owns our company. And they've been around since 1890, so they know stuff too. I will say we've worked with Era Living for more than 10 years, I think now. And we love working with their teams. We do. So let's see. Well, I do want to say this, even though it is April 1st, it was an Era Living customer that asked me to tell them they were helping their mom with their move. Could I please let her know that I also work for the downsizing police so that she doesn't make any more mistakes? So that's true. Okay, our goals. We're going to find out when you want to move, why, what's the reason behind it, and how to help you get started. And also to let you know all the different resources that we can connect you with that will be helpful for these solutions too. And it's amazing. You don't have to remember everything I'm going to tell you or say. You can just let them know, have HB Move Management send me the information. We've got some great handouts that have stuff on them, and it'll be very helpful. All right. Okay. So what do we do? She did kind of describe it. This is what it's like right here. It's the truth. All right. My attic is not that full, by the way. Okay. Organizing, that is what we do, and we can help you. We can assist a family member that is helping you as well. Help you get organized. And downsizing and right sizing. We've got great solutions for this. We really, really do. And we can, like I say, help do that. We can also arrange donations and recycling, but we also think outside the box a little bit on, like who would have thought this particular kind of pillow or this particular bedspread or whatever, that the PAWS wants them, ASPCA wants them. We have some great recycling solutions as well, companies that we work with that we can connect you with. We love giving you that information. And we do floor planning and move planning, the whole process. And sometimes just a 1/4-inch scale floor plan might be all you need. But also we've had a number of people that it really helps them when we have a kit that is an actual size pieces that we put on the floor for you. And that is so visually helpful to do that sometimes. So you see, okay, you're using your walker, or what if you have hip surgery or something? Well, by the way, now you're writing right over the coffee table. So to see, the space and such like that is really, really helpful. Packing and unpacking. We can assist your family. We can do it for you. Really careful packing, and label it so that you know where things are or where they go. We can help with your unpacking and put the things where you needed them to go. That's what we do. We really into the labeling, you know, do not move, move this. And we'll put a tag in on the wall that says, you know, this is her office, you know, et cetera, like that. We're pretty picky on packing and unpacking. And coordinating the move with the movers, definitely that is helpful. And we can help with that as well, to make sure it goes where you need it to go, and et cetera. But so many people really appreciate the help on unpacking and setting up your space. Picture that day that you moved, your bed's made, your coffee maker is right where you need it to be for the next morning. We can help set up your new space. We can, and we like to do that. We do. So, are we going to begin with downsizing? Well, it is a new trend because so many people, because of COVID, you know, stayed at home a lot and have done a huge amount of downsizing. And it turns out we want to use our space more efficiently. And that's what we help you do too. But there is a reality check we need to mention. In the Northwest markets, sometimes your stuff doesn't sell for as much as it did before, or, you know, and there's the internet that shows there's hundreds of this or that also available. And I will say this one little note is that by the time 2030 comes around, 1 out of 5 people will be over 85 years old. And another thing is that by 2030, the number of people that are 65 or older is going to jump by 80%. And that's a little, oh, I didn't know that kind of thing. So what we can do is, how do we begin downsizing? How? Well, let's just see. I like to say, let's write some notes. How to begin is write down your goals. I get a clipboard and walk room by room or space by space and write it down of what you want to accomplish. It doesn't have to be all the place that you want to do, but write down the I knows. I know I don't want this big chair anymore. I know I need this art on this wall, you know, so you're going to make a note and write it all down. And then I want to say, note that I definitely want to keep, or note that I want to sell or donate, that type of thing, room by room, space by space. But I want you to consider, don't plan on everything an hour, 2 hours at a time, because yeah, you'll do that the first couple of times, but after that, it'll take you longer to get started again. So try our 15-minute rule. And that's when you decide, okay, I'm going to go through this stuff. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to sell it? Do I want to donate it? Don't plan hours to go through every single thing. I say the 15-minute rule is set 15 minutes, and when the alarm goes off, stop. Then you can decide to do it again and again, but it does help us begin. So the dot system can help with the red is, I don't want to keep it anymore. Green dots can be, I want it to go with me, etc. Definitely. So there are ways to sell things. There are ways to donate things, and let's give them to family members and such. But the truth is, we were the last generation to say yes to our parents, etc., of stuff that we want. So most of our kids don't want anything. That's just how it is. But if you show them that it is available, you're not going to take it with you, you might be surprised and they'll want it. Or you can give it to family members or neighbors or something. But then say to them, could you come get it right now, please? And that way it's out of there, it's ready to go. And again, we'll help you think about donations outside the box, thinking of different ways to donate things. So who would have thought, you know, this group wants that or whatever. And we have a number of organizations that want stuff, and a number of ways to, like I say, sell and donate. It's perfect. Okay. Discarding stuff. We've got a couple of companies we work with that are fantastic, that come and pick it up, recycle it. And sometimes they'll recycle, paint and stuff like that the proper way, and then also they'll drop off some donations for you sometimes. So we've got a number of people we can connect you with that will really, really help and assist your family with the things that we have to do. Okay. All right. Next is, this is the main issue, is what do we do with our stuff? And I want to explain to you estate sales. There's a great way to sell your stuff, but I got to tell you, they generally 99% of the time do not want to do it on your property unless you've moved out, because they don't want strangers coming on, through your house and all your stuff. Estate sales, we can hook you up with a number of people in your area that can do an estate sale. And even if you're moving in 6 months, you're moving in a year, that's not too early to find out. Do you have enough for an estate sale? Let's connect you with them and they'll do a walkthrough, and then you'll know, you know what? I don't have enough for a estate sale, or I have enough. And then that means, I better not donate anything, because this stuff can be part of the estate sale. And you'll be chatting with them about that process. And they'll say, no, we don't need this stuff. Or yeah, this will be good to sell. That'll be great. So then we can also connect you with auction people that, and we've had a couple times, we've had one of the auction companies, they came and packed up the entire kitchen that they wanted to be in the auction that was going to be on their property coming up. And they also put it online. They did all kinds of stuff like that. And they sold it. And so we can connect you with those people that might be appropriate for your timing. It really might. So let's rule them in or rule them out early as you can. That would be perfect, because they fill up their schedules and they'll help you and say, you know what, you do have enough here, right over here. Or maybe I just want this garage or whatever, and we'll take that. Okay, we'll connect you with them. And it's between you and them to make those decisions. And we'll help any way you need us to, or they need us to as well. Consignment is another possibility. And now as we break down and talk about, furniture or this or that, I'll go into some more detail about it. But generally, photos of stuff you're thinking that you want to consign, you can send off to dealers we will connect you with so that they'll see. But because generally you have to bring it to them for them to decide, can they sell it in their store right now? So it happens, and it's almost like estate sales and auctions, 35 to 60% fee, that they take out of the money they make is what you're going to be paying to them. And that's pretty normal. But generally you have to call and make an appointment for them to see the stuff. Once in a while, we've had a couple come out and look at some things, but generally you're going to be showing it to them to get their answer. Now, dealers, that's another way that you can sell them, and we'll hook you up with people that want the kind of stuff that you have right now. And they will come and see you and they'll look at it, and it'll be between the two of you. They'll offer you how much money, and if you like that, you can sell it right then and there, and they take it away. And it's nice to work with dealers too in our area, and it's efficient. Now, when it comes to donations, we have in our handouts that we can mail to you, it gives you lists of who does what, or, as far as good donation places in your area. And then also look up on the internet too, thriftshopper.com. They list hundreds of organizations that want your stuff, where they are, their phone number, etc. That's pretty dang handy to do that. There's other ways of thinking it with your move manager. If we're helping you with a move, is we might need to say to you, you know what, these clothes right here, would be perfect for, you know, this organization, this women's group, this, you know, et cetera. We like to help you find solutions for things that you think you could donate. You'd be surprised. And then, of course, again, with Recycle, we've got a great couple of organizations that we use, and we can hook you up with them. And to do the recycling proper, we really can. So let's see. Next is, oh, we're going to go to each specific thing. Furniture. Okay. Furniture. This is the truth. Your goal financially to make this amount of money, et cetera, for your furniture is 10% of what you paid cash for. I know that's a shock. And this great consignment store in Seattle, she's been in business forever. She said, yes, sometimes you do make a little more money than that, you know, in my store. But your goal mentally is to make 10% of what you paid cash for, because that's the reality in the Pacific Northwest. It honestly is, and in many other places as well. And we need to say, what is selling? What is selling is still mid-century. It brings in the money, some Chinese, some Japanese. And the other shocker thing is Depression era. Our parents bought a ton. We bought some. But Depression era furniture was mass produced. And so it doesn't hold its value when anything is mass produced. So that's the awareness thing. And something you might want to say, okay, this is a great big piece. A lot of even consignments, yeah, for sure consignment stores are going to say no to huge pieces generally, because it takes up so much space and doesn't sell right away. But there's even donation places that are saying, no, it's too big. So we kind of need to think a little bit outside the box and find out, just, you know, this big dining room table and all these chairs, I wonder, does my church want this? Do they need it? Let's think about it, and, you know, and it's worth an ask, you know, and they might know somebody else that does as well if it isn't them. So family, friends, ask, go ahead. But also remember, we're the last generation to say, yes, we'll take that. Because everybody else, they're calling them what? The IKEA generation? Kind of hard to take that one. Anyway, furniture. I want to give you some more information about it. It needs to be in good condition. No tears, no scratches, no pet hair all over it. Most consignment places are now saying, we don't want floral patterns on the furniture. Okay. Habitat for Humanity does sometimes come to pick up, and especially we've sent them off photos of customers' things and say, yes, we want to come by and get this. Now, these few chairs, they're a little too big or whatever, but they'll tell you that. They'll work with you on that. But the floral pattern and pet scratches and stains, not going to make it. We don't want to do that at all. There are things, mid-century things that are selling some serious, and it doesn't so much matter how old it is. A 1920s Windsor chair recently sold for $120. Well, 1920s seems like it would have sold for more. But guess what? There was a 1960s copy of that Windsor chair, and it sold for $2,500. So it isn't the year it was made so much at all anymore. Just saying. So furniture, we can hook you up with dealers. We can hook you up with estate sale people, auction people, and a couple of consignment people if you want to give it a try. Okay, then the next thing to think about is clothing. This can be a little bit of a challenge, but the thing to do is to ask yourself when you're looking at that closet, when was the last time I wore this? Okay, would I go buy it right now today and wear it? Oh, if not, this is perfect time to donate it, don't you think? Yes. One thing I want to ask you to try, and this is something we've done for a while and it does help and work, is do the reverse coat hanger thing. And that means normally we put our hangers hanging on the rod like this, but I'm asking you to reverse hang all your clothes in your closet the other way, so that if and when you wear it, you take it off, you hang it back the regular way, so that in a few months or a year, you can see, oh, look at all these things I've worn, and look at all that stuff I haven't worn. So giving it the reverse, coat hanger try, that's a really good deal too. But women's clothing is wonderful donation. It will still sell at your estate sale. Some of it will sell at an auction, some of it will, but the women's groups want it, Mary's Place, Dress for Success, that kind of thing. But looking up at the thriftshopper.com, it lists all the places that wants those, your clothing, etc. Gives you, phone numbers or where to drop it off for sure. But I will say, when it's consignment, you have to take it to them. And generally, you make an appointment, and generally they only choose about 10% of what you brought. And then it has to be recently, it has to be in great condition. They prefer it to be current, but also it needs to be, you just had it dry cleaned. That's how they want the clothing to go on their racks and shelves to be sold. I will go ahead and say quilts are selling, designer handbags, those 1980s Rolex watches, some of them are bringing $3,000, but your clothing is wonderful to donate, and we can hook you up with great organizations that definitely want it. We just dropped off the other day, I bet it was 4 boxes of clothing that they had, and Salvation Army and St. Vincent de Paul said, yes, we want it all. Okay, that's great. But I want to say, we'll go ahead and send you this form, which is the donation valuation of what if you did one man's overcoat? How much do you think that's worth? According to the IRS website and Salvation Army, $60. Would you have thought for donation purposes? So it's nice to have the little form, and we can send that to you, what your donations are worth. Okay, all right. Okay, going from clothing to kitchen. Yes, they'll sell it in a estate sale. Yes, they'll sell the garage sale, and some auctions, we'll be able to do it as well. There's not too many consignment stores that want your KitchenAid or Waterford Crystal when it's not the holidays. Some of them are pretty picky on that because it takes up so much room, etc. But way to downsize is, when was the last time I used this? If you've got duplicates, pair them out, donate them, etc. But make sure you're not getting rid of this stuff from your kitchen if you are going to have an estate sale. Rule it in or rule it out. And I will say, remember, I do work for the downsizing police. So if you have 28 coffee mugs, I don't think that's good. You need to downsize, just saying. Now, remember our Rosenthal rare patterns China used to bring in some serious money. Right now, it used to be $100 a plate, and we can't get $10 a plate now because the generation says no to extra stuff. And so, but I have told, and I've heard good replies, is call up the company that has dishes and such like that, and replacements.com. They have been known to actually buy some of those rare pattern china and stuff like that because they needed it, and just hook them up. It's worth the ask. What the heck? But another thing is donation of any of your kitchen stuff on almost any of those thrift stores, etc. They want your kitchen stuff. They really, really do. But extras, definitely get rid of those, downsize. And you want to make sure stuff's still going to fit in the right drawer, so you're using your space efficiently. Definitely do that. Okay. After kitchens, we're always wondering, what do I do with these books? Well, we work with a number of people. You know, we work with, hey, the Seattle Bookman, he's great. He'll come to you and take a bunch of stuff and maybe even buy some stuff. But Mangus Books in Seattle, they are buy, selling, and trading. You check with them, give them a call before you go bringing too many to them. But pretty much our donation places, you know, Salvation Army, well, lots of them, Goodwill, etc., are taking books. But a lot of our libraries right now, because of the COVID thing, they aren't taking donations right now. So it's worth a phone call to ask and verify before you go taking, you know, a trunk load of books that you thought you were going to donate to them. It's worth the ask to verify that you can. And if you've got some rare books, such that you wonder about, send us some photos and we can send them to a couple of dealers and hook you up. If he's interested in them, they will. It's a good one. I will say, it was a couple of years ago, we had a German professor had died and he had this huge collection of books. We called up the UW and said, do you think you might want these? Not only did they want them, they sent 4 people to pack them up and take them for the lady. So definitely your books can sell at estate sales. Definitely they can sell at an auction. But lots of people do want them, including SeattleBookman.com. He comes. All right, now this one next. What do I do with my old electronics? Most of the donation places will take, you know, old computers, phones, printers, etc. They actually will. And One Green Planet's written, fabulous. They'll take almost every single thing. I'm not kidding you. They're really, really good. And they do things with the product, help people with jobs and such like that. So it's kind of cool, but donate them is fine. And that's a safe way to do it. And I also go to this one thing. I look it up on kingcounty.gov/solid waste, and comes up, what do you want to do with? And you just type it in and it tells you who wants it, their address, and their phone number. It's a simple one. kingcounty.gov/waste management. Solid waste, sorry. And that's what we can do with our old electronics. They want them. They do. All right. This is, of course, one of my most favorite things is, what do I do with pictures, slides, movies? This is one of my favorite things. My brother did it to us when my mom, you know, moved into assisted living, etc. He took 5 huge tubs and sent them off to be digitized. We thought that was crazy. It cost us thousands of dollars way back then. Now it's better priced. But I will say, doing something with your memories is so smart. And all of our family, even our family back east, we sent copies to them and digitized on archival quality DVDs and jump drives, etc. People that do it is fantastic. Scan Cafe, Legacy Box, and iMemories are 5 companies that digitize fantastically, and it's good quality. And it's worth a try. It's worth a try. And your family will love getting this. They really will. The histories, etc. Do something with your pictures and such. What we said afterwards is, okay, spend $50. Let's get 50 slides or pictures or whatever, and let's spend $50 on putting it on a coffee table book. And my brother, of course, is Mr. Electronic, and he can figure all that out. But there's a whole bunch of companies that do it right now for you if you want that done. iMemories is one of them. So we got copies of all the beautiful letters my mother had. All of them were digitized. And it was so wonderful. And 2 years ago, I saw a video. I had no idea that there was a movie of me interviewing my parents. How did you meet? And it was this history. It was, oh, it is such a wonderful gift to share with family, friends, etc. Do something with your pictures, slides, and movies. And we can send you this information because, well, let's see, I think CNN and CNET and Macworld, they all use Scan Cafe too. That's a great organization that does really good quality. So it's worth a try to do it. It honestly is. So oh, music. Oh, thank you. I forgot about music. One of my favorite things to do. There are a number of music companies that are wonderful, but they will sell at your estate sale. It will sell at your auction, etc. People want our music. We recently found out on the internet, they sold more vinyl records than CDs for 2 months in a row. So music does sell, it really does. But also, it's fun to do something with your music. I took slides, videos, I mean, we had those and we put them with old music that my family loved, and we made videos that you could see. It was cool to do that. But our music is selling. It's selling in a number of places. And we have local places. Mangus is one. I think I misplaced it. Anyway, we have a number of places that will buy your music, that trade, et cetera, like that as well. Jive Time Records, they share or sell, buy, trade, etc. We'll give you those addresses and contact information. It's good to do something with our music. It is. Okay. When to start? It's never too early to start downsizing. It's never too early to start. If you're going to move, let's get that downsizing done. And if you do, you make your list when you're going to time track. Do you have a time? Like, I want this living room finished before next month or like that. But I want to say, when you do get something done off your list, check it off. Sometimes I even write the date of when I finished it. Just saying. It's never too early to downsize. And we have all this information that we can send you about valuation of your donations, whatever you want to do. And we've got a great timeline checklist that you can go through that's so helpful. We've got some downsizing tips that are wonderful. And we've got, of course, the donation resources we can send you to, to take some stress out of your planning, definitely. What we do, just simply call HB Move Management and kind of describe, what your needs are or what you would like help with. And we can definitely help you with that. We can also create a plan for you that would be helpful for family members that want to help you or whatever, that a plan of what you need to do and what resources and people to call and go with. And we've screened people, believe me, before we go sending them off to anybody, people that we've used for a number of years. And we can coordinate the service of this so that it will be a successful move process. We definitely do that. We follow up. A lot of times we'll ask you, send me some pictures, and then we'll send them off to a number of dealers and see if there's a good connection there. And we'll help you with that process. And I love this. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Yeah. Second best time? Right now. So it's never too soon to start. It's not. And this is HB Move Management. We'll create the master plan. We'll sorting and downsizing belongings. We can coordinate that and help with it. We can connect you with selling options, etc. And do you want to put your home on the market? We can say the name of realtors. Floor planning in the new place you're moving into. We can help with that. So we pretty much help with anything to do with a move or to make your home safe to stay in. Our number, our connections right here. Give us a call, let us know. We'd love to help. Do you have questions? There might be a couple things I can answer.
How's everybody doing? Lots of great information. Anybody have any specific questions for Beth at the moment?
I see a question that Sonia asked, and she said, what was name of donations on internet to look up?
It is, well, let me see, I remember who it is. It's the thriftshopper.com, and you will see hundreds and hundreds, and you put down your zip code and it will tell you in that, because sometimes I want to pick up donations and stuff from my mother-in-law who's down in Enumclaw. Okay, well, that's a zip code I'll put in because I don't want to go traveling too far. And that makes it so simple.
Thank you, Alicia.
Anybody else?
One Green Planet.
Earlier, question just popped up from Cindy. Earlier statistics on aging, /question.
So when you talked about the number of people that were going to be over 65, do you have
Yes, I do. Yes. In 2030, the number of people over 65 is going to jump by 80%.
Wow.
Yeah. Hello, reality check. And then the number of people, 1 in 5 will be 85 or older.
That's also in 2030?
Yeah, that's at 2030, yes.
Wow. That will be here before we know it.
Right. I see another question. Beth, they're asking, where is your recommended best place to start?
Which part in your home?
Yes.
Okay. I say, this sounds kind of crazy, but in areas that you're going to be in often and such, or see often, I say pick some drawers in the kitchen or the bathroom. That's simple. And if you're uncomfortable about donating or getting or emptying, I get gallon and 2 gallon size Ziploc bags, and I put that stuff in them. And it seems like in a couple of days or a week, I'm okay with dropping it off. That's a good place to start. In those areas that you pull those drawers out, pull those, do that all the time. But I also say your closet. And this sounds crazy, but I say divide it in 3 places. This is how I did it, and it was very efficient. Don't want, and I put it in one section, and then definitely want to keep one section, and question mark on the other section. And then that way I've separated it out, and that only took me 20 minutes. And then as time passes, try my reverse coat hanger thing. It sounds crazy, but people tell me all the time, it worked. It worked. So I say drawers, definitely in your kitchen, those drawers, that makes it easy. And your closet is great, but it's not bad to open up in your 15-minute rule, open up a cupboard in the kitchen and go, when was the last time we used that? I think it was 3 years ago when my family was here. No, we don't need it.
Great advice. I think I'm going to be calling my parents on my way home from work today.
Well, tell them you spoke with the downsizing police. So, you know.
Exactly. You got it. You got it.
Yes.
Let's see. The note here also downsizing opportunity is split the family photos for the grandkids and great grandkids, make scrapbooks as gifts for Christmas to include handwriting, family stories, and favorite recipes.
Yes, that's brilliant. I love the recipe idea. Oh, that's fantastic. What a gift.
Yeah, yeah. You have to add that to your shtick.
Yeah, I might have to have her phone number so that I can, you know, hire her. So just saying.
And then it looks like Sonia asked a question. How do we get these lists that Beth referenced? So I'm going to share my screen again quickly so you can see the contact information.
Yes. Call us, contact us, any of the above, definitely. Because Eric makes me update the information too. So.
So whatever's most convenient for you to find us on the internet or to send us an email or to give us a call.
Fine.
And tell us which of those documents you would like us to send, and we will gladly send those. There's no cost and no obligation.
No. Sometimes people like it printed and mailed to them, so they already have the copy and it doesn't get lost in junk mail. So whatever you need us to do, we'll get you the information.
There's a question from our friend Isla. She says, are there printed papers we can get from the Lakeshore? I photographed your major items as you were speaking, but is there more? So with that, Isla, we've got downsizing booklets that we've received from and in conjunction with, I believe it is, with HB Move Management. Is there anything else, Beth, that you suggest that we send them besides that downsizing guide, and then of course them contacting you for the lists?
On the screen, take a look with our phone number and our way to contact us. Look at this.
If you take a look at the screen, those are 6 different documents we have, any of which or all of which we're happy to send.
Yes.
Oh, great, great. So Isla, we can make sure that you have HB's contact information or email or phone number, yes. And that'll be a great way to get all that additional information for you. And if you have any problems with that, just give us a call here at the Lakeshore and we'll make sure we can connect you with our friends at HB as well.
Great, we'd love to.
All right. Any other questions? Last calls for questions? Another friend of the Lakeshore, Carolyn, historical museums are also very interested in original old photos of the area and of people who lived in the area to add to their collections. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
And we have connected people with them before. Yeah, especially when, you know, people are moving, they didn't know what to do with this or that. We have definitely connected them. We moved Mohi to its new location. And so we just said, what the heck, just give them a call, you know? And it turns out you'd be surprised how many, especially from World War I, a number of that family members had, and they wanted it. They did.
That's awesome. See, HB's got everything you need, friends.
I will say this. We had a customer that had some very large Northwest Indian artwork. And so I thought, you know, Burke, let's just see if they'll take it, because they didn't want to sell it. They wanted it to go so other people could see it. Well, the first people said no at Burke. And I thought, you know, wait, we know somebody else there at Burke. Let's just see if, you know, they'll. So we sent more pictures of it. Could you bring one down to just show us? Yes, we did. And you know what they said? We want all of it.
Wow.
That was Pacific Northwest Indians that made that. They were down at the Penny Arcade way back when, and they wanted it. So we love connecting people. We really do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. All right. Well, I think we'll start to wrap up unless we hear from anybody else. Beth, as always, thank you for your incredibly wise advice, tips, and tricks today. Folks who are attending today's presentation, we will be emailing out a survey, and we are interested in your thoughts on today's Zoom presentation. Vicki, go Vicki. Vicki's got a question.
Good.
Just you have one little statement to just help motivate us to get started.
Well, since I work with the downsizing police, you don't want me to just show up and, give you a ticket. I'm just, just saying. Do you have a move coming up? If you don't, okay. But I'll tell you what, the energy we get from downsizing a simple little area. You know how many times you're going to open that drawer and look in there? Again, you didn't need anything in it, but I just want to look at it because it feels good because it's so downsized, so organized. You know what? Doing that to the messy office room after we did that, oh, I got to tell you, you just constantly open the door because it just looks good and organized. It feels good. That's one of my reasons.
There you go. And Vicki, I guess that means I'm going to put you on my calendar each week. The end of my week, I'm going to call and see how far you got that week. So every Friday or Saturday, hey, Vicki, it's Jane calling. How's the downsizing going?
I love it. I love it.
Don't put it past me. Okay. You might be out doing your cold water swims, but I will find you. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, again, thank you all for joining us. We do have a couple more events coming up in April. We've got Nutrition for Longevity, and that is Era Living's Nutritional Services Director on April 24th. If you're haven't RSVP'd for that yet, please let us know if you'd like to participate. On Tuesday, April 20th, Dick's Drive-In is going to have their food truck here in the parking lot at the Lakeshore. So you do need to purchase your burger, but we are hosting them here, and the public is invited to come and purchase lunch. It's the public hours are noon to 2:30, but between 11 and noon, special early entrance and availability to purchase your burger and shakes between 11 and 12 o'clock if you're a resident here at the Lakeshore or one of our special guests. So you all count for that. So you can come by early on the 20th. And then Thursday the 29th is our next Throwback Thursday night TV dinner delivery. So if you haven't RSVP'd for that yet, give us a call and we'll get you on the list to deliver you a delicious TV dinner. And I think that's it. Again, concluding today's presentation, thank you so much for joining us. We do hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy that sunshine that's out there. I think it's supposed to get up to 60 again today, if not 59. And we look forward to seeing you not only at Zoom events, but as you know, the community is opening up. You can come by and see us in person, and we look forward to hosting events in person again. My guess is going to be this fall. We'll probably stay safe through the summer with Zoom events, but as soon as we can, we look forward to welcoming you back into the community as well. But if you're vaccinated, come on in, take a look around, and we look forward to seeing you soon. So take care, everybody, and have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.